Some big news coming out for those of you that are hoping for a stimulus refund check or a DOGE dividend refund check, as we are hearing that they could be coming a lot sooner than we thought. Let me share with you the latest headlines, video footage, articles, so that way you can see it for yourself. As take a look, we can see here that Elon Musk says that he will finish most of a $1 trillion federal cost cut within weeks. You can see this coming out in the last 48 hours. And let me know your thoughts. Are you glad to see a DOGE dividend refund check as is being proposed with these DOGE initiatives taking place? They're saying there's going to be at least $1 trillion here very soon. I'm going to give you all the details, and they're saying 20% of that would equate to a $2,500 refund check for every household in America. Now, they're still working on this proposal as we speak in Congress right now to get everybody a stimulus DOGE dividend refund check. And if they hit the $2 trillion mark, which is what we had initially heard, that would equate to a $5,000 check. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, but let's take a look at some more headlines so you can see it for yourself. Elon Musk's time at DOGE could be coming to an end soon, as Musk said that he thinks most of the department's goals, they will be accomplished by then. And when is then? We're hearing it is May, in just a couple of months. Musk, out of DOGE, plans to step down at the end of May. And also Tesla dealerships targeted and stocks are plummeting. They're saying it might be a good time for Elon Musk to step away with everything that is going on. But take a look. Here is the Department of Government Efficiency's official website for the United States government. You can see that as of today, March 29th, 2025, there is currently $130 billion worth of savings that they have found from fraud, waste, and abuse, clawbacks from funds distributed to the federal government that they're saying have not been managed properly. This amounts to $807.45 worth of savings per taxpayer. And as this approaches $1 trillion, they're saying it will then equate to a $2,500 DOGE dividend refund check. That is 20% of all of that $2 trillion in clawbacks for each and every household. Now, they are saying $2 trillion. That is the goal, and that would equate to, as I mentioned, $5,000. And you can see this coming out just in the last 24 hours. What is a DOGE dividend check? Who qualifies for $5,000 stimulus checks? The DOGE team interview. So this is all coming out because of an interview that took place on Thursday. Now, let me know, did you see that interview? It went viral as they discussed the DOGE initiative with the DOGE team. And as you know, there are calls in progress right now for a DOGE dividend check, and Congress is working on it as we speak. In fact, the creator of this, I actually got a chance to do an exclusive interview with him, said that there are details being worked out behind the scenes in Congress at this very moment. And we're seeing emails. Take a look at this coming out like this. Donald Trump is asking, please answer. Before the poll closes tonight, would you accept a DOGE dividend check signed by Donald Trump? We're seeing text messages and emails going out like this. And let me know, would you accept a Donald Trump DOGE dividend refund check with all of the clawbacks and cuts that are taking place? Now, keep in mind, who is this going to be going to? It's going to be going to anybody that is working at this time, or if you are on Social Security, collecting retirement. They're saying if you paid into the system your entire life, you should be at the front of the line. That also includes our veterans as well. If you like the sound of that, drop a 47 in the comments. And they're also calling this a DOGE signing bonus. If you go back to work in 2025, you could be included in it as well. Again, if you like the sound of that, a DOGE signing bonus, drop a 47 in the comments. Social Security included, retirement, drop a 47. Veterans Affairs, drop a 47. And also, who is not included? Illegal immigrants that have entered into the United States and are here illegally. They are not included. If you like the sound of that, drop a 47 in the comments. Now, also, we are hearing, as I mentioned, the creator of these DOGE dividend refund checks, Mr. Fishback, said that this legislation, it is on the way and very soon. You can see this coming out March 19th. Now, that is 10 days ago. I'm keeping an eye out on updates for you guys. So as more comes out, I will keep you up to speed every step of the way. But what we are hearing is, since as of Thursday, that they are almost halfway to the goal. And when are they going to hit it? They're going to hit it a lot sooner than most people suspected. We're hearing Elon Musk saying within weeks, before May. Now, I'm going to play for you just the first couple of minutes of that interview. It's about 40 minutes long. I'm not going to play the whole thing. You can go ahead and search it if you like. It's Fox News. They covered it. Elon Musk and the entire DOGE team. However, I am going to play the first couple of minutes so you can see it for yourself. As Elon says, we're going to be hitting our initiative of $1 trillion, our first goal here, by May, which means that if that DOGE dividend refund check, stimulus check plan gets presented in Congress and passes and becomes law, that means that is essentially guaranteed $2,500, $2,500 per household. And if they hit that $2 trillion mark, that's a $5,000 check. Let me know. Do you like the sound of that? If so, put a yes. If no, put a no. There are a lot of people that said that they would prefer not to get a check, to just put it all towards fighting our debt and pushing that down. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, as you go ahead and put those yeses or those nos, and I see those 47 still rolling in, don't forget to take a quick second. Hit that like button for me. Helps spread this out further across the YouTube platform. I appreciate it. Just takes a second. It helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. Also, share this out across other platforms if you like. That helps out my channel as well. I appreciate it. And in addition to that, if this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date on DOGE dividend refund checks, Social Security, the conflicts taking place around the world, in the Middle East, Russia, Ukraine, everything that's going on, tariffs, I will keep you up to speed here on the channel. Just hit that subscribe button. It's totally free. Why not? And in addition to that, something I like to do to hold myself accountable to the community, I cite all the sources. I have them hyperlinked in the description, so you can click all the articles that I am reading. You can see the sources, see the dates, and see it for yourself. I'm also going to put it on the screen, read right from it, so that way you can see and know that this is the latest information. And again, if you appreciate that, hit that like button, subscribe to stay up to date, and let's go ahead and get right to it so that way you can see it for yourself. So first off, let's take a look at this special report that came out as DOGE was interviewed, and they said, we're going to be hitting the goal here, likely by May. And they're saying they've got to hit it because Elon Musk, he doesn't want to be considered a full-time employee of the federal government, so he has a time frame of 130 days. He has got to get out, and he said before he's out, he is going to hit a $1 trillion mark. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Thanks for having us and doing this. I know there's a lot of interest in this. You know, first let me start with you, Elon. What are the budgetary savings goals, and how much do you think you've achieved so far?
Our goal is to reduce the deficit by $1 trillion. From a nominal deficit of $2 trillion to try to cut the deficit in half to $1 trillion. Or looked at it in total federal spending to drop the federal spending from $7 trillion to $6 trillion. We want to reduce the spending by eliminating waste and fraud, reduce the spending by 15%, which seems really quite achievable. The government is not efficient, and there's a lot of waste and fraud. So we feel confident that a 15% reduction can be done without affecting any of the critical government services.
I'm going to talk to all the guys.
If not making it better.
I'm going to talk to all the guys here about the specifics, but for you, what's the most astonishing thing you've found out in this process?
The sheer amount of waste and fraud in the government. It is astonishing. It's mind-blowing. We routinely encounter wastes of $1 billion or more, casually. For example, like the simple survey that was literally 10-question survey that you could do with SurveyMonkey, cost you about $10,000. The government was being charged almost $1 billion for that.
For just the survey?
$1 billion for a simple online survey. Do you like the national park? And then there appeared to be no feedback loop for what would be done with that survey. So the survey would just go into nothing. It was like insane.
You technically are a special government employee, and you're supposed to be 130 days. Are you going to continue past that, or do you think that's what you're going to do? Or?
Well, I think we will have accomplished most of the work required to reduce the deficit by $1 trillion within that time frame.
So in that time frame, 130
yes.
days. And the process is a report at some point, at 100 days? Or?
Not really a report. We are cutting the waste and fraud in real time. So every day that passes, our goal is to reduce the waste and fraud by $4 billion a day, every day, 7 days a week. And so far, we are succeeding.
And I'm going to talk to the specifics, but
there you have it, you guys. He said, so far we are succeeding, and they are trying to cut billions. And he said, it's amazing how much random fraud they are finding to the tune of billions. Now, again, if you want to see this entire interview, it's about 40 minutes long, 38 minutes and 46 seconds. It is on Fox News. Elon Musk and DOGE team give behind-the-scenes look at their mission in a special report here, an exclusive with the Department of Government Efficiency. And there you just heard him say that within his 130-day time frame, now he needs to get this done so that way he's not considered a full-time official employee of the government. He just wants to make sure that he is working on this initiative to do these clawbacks. He said that though in his 130-day time, he believes that they are going to get this done to the tune of $1 trillion in clawbacks. And again, the implications of that is that if a DOGE dividend refund check is approved in Congress, that would equate to a $2,500 stimulus refund check, DOGE dividend refund check, whatever you want to call it. There's not an official name yet, but taking the money, allocating it back to the people to the tune of $2,500 with $1 trillion in clawbacks. So, man, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, let's take a look at some of these articles so that way you can see it for yourself. And again, these are linked in the description. Let's go ahead and take a look here. This one coming out from Reuters says Musk says that he will finish most of the $1 trillion federal cost cuts within weeks. It says March 27th, tech billionaire Elon Musk, whom U.S. President Donald Trump tapped to shrink the government, said on Thursday that he would finish most of the work to cut $1 trillion in federal spending when his tenure ends in as soon as 64 days. Musk told Fox News special report with Brett Bauer that he was confident that his Department of Government Efficiency could find $1 trillion in savings, slimming current total federal spending levels of about $7 trillion down to $1 trillion. Musk, the world's richest person, was designated by the White House as a special government employee, which caps his work at 130 days. So again, he can only be in there for so long before he has to leave. That means that his period leading the DOGE operation could finish as soon as the end of May. So Elon Musk, just to clarify, within the next 60 days or so, we're hearing he is going to be leaving DOGE as the head of it. And we're going to see if that initiative continues on without him, where they're going to be at in their pursuit of clawing back $2 trillion. But he is saying by that time, within a matter of weeks, they're going to be at the $1 trillion mark. He said, I think we will accomplish most of the work required to reduce the deficit by $1 trillion within that time frame, Musk said when asked by Bauer about his tenure and how quickly he expected to achieve his cost-cutting targets. The government is not efficient, and there is a lot of waste and fraud. So we feel confident that a 15% reduction can be done without affecting any of the critical government services, Musk said. Now, DOGE estimates that it has saved U.S. taxpayers $115 billion as of March 24th through actions including workforce reduction, asset sales, and contract cancellation. Now, just to give you more of an update, this was, as I mentioned, 48 hours ago, just taking a look quick at the DOGE tracker here, you can see it's actually at $130 billion now. So they've added $15 billion from the last 48 hours when this article was written. It says, however, the savings total published on the DOGE website is unverifiable, and its calculations have been riddled with errors and corrections. Budget experts say that Musk cannot reach his target without touching entitlement programs such as Social Security, which Trump has vowed not to cut. Now, in addition to that, I've been keeping you up to date specifically on Social Security, and we are hearing that right now a judge has blocked DOGE from access until they go through proper training procedures to make sure that they understand how to handle the data and make sure that they do not compromise anybody's private personal information. However, DOGE has temporarily stopped or halted in their efforts to go through Social Security. We're hearing, though, that they will soon be getting access once they finish that up. So there has been a lot of back and forth, and they're saying Social Security is the key. There is going to be so much. In fact, in this interview, Elon Musk says that 40% of the calls that come through to the Social Security Administration are from fraudsters trying to redirect funds away from retirees or disability or SSI individuals' bank accounts to some fraudulent account to steal the money. Man, so they are saying they're going to be providing proof and exposing all of this fraud taking place in Social Security, which will help make the solvency longer, make sure those who need it get it, and will be cutting this fraudulent waste and abuse. Now, the interview marked the first time that Musk and his top lieutenants at DOGE met with media to explain their work. Musk was joined by 7 other Doge executives, including Steve Davis, the president of Musk's tunneling enterprise and the Boring Company, Joe Gebbia, co-founder of Airbnb. Unless this exercise is successful, the ship of America will sink. That's why we're doing it, said Musk, who is also CEO of electric car maker Tesla. Now, Musk's role in slashing the federal workforce and government agency budgets has drawn political backlash in recent weeks, with Tesla cars and dealerships hit by a spate of vandalism and demonstrations across the country. So I've been sharing with you that, as well as we're hearing that various Tesla stations, cars, vehicles across the nation are being hit in protest of Elon Musk and his Doge initiative. Now, again, here's some more articles coming out on this saying that his time is coming to an end soon. He's got about 60 days until May, and he is saying that by that time, they are going to have this initiative completed to $1 trillion of clawbacks. And that equates to a $2,500 stimulus, refund check, Doge dividend check, with the initiative that is currently underway. As I've shared with you, and I'm going to keep up to date on this for you, what is Doge dividend checks? Who qualifies for the $5,000 stimulus checks? Doge team interview, and again, this coming out Thursday with this. And they're saying it is, again, to clarify, 20% of the savings. So still waiting for a $5,000 dividend Doge check, or will it be less? The amount is going to be 20% of the clawbacks. So if they only hit $1 trillion, that is going to be $2,500. Still, let me know. Even if Elon Musk and Doge only got to $1 trillion in savings, and once they hit that, he stopped and that was the end of it, would you be happy with the $2,500 Doge dividend refund check, or would you feel like you got shortchanged on that initial estimate they said of $5,000? Let me know. Would you be happy with a $2,500 check? If so, put yes. If no, put no. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you haven't done so yet, hit that like button for me. It helps spread this out further across the platform. Now, we are keeping an eye on this Doge tracker, like I said, and this is actually the official Department of Government Efficiency website here, but there are also polls going on right now, and the poll is going down for Trump needing to do an executive action or executive order to get these Doge dividend refund checks across the board. Now, why is the poll going down? People are saying Trump is not going to do an executive action. That is because they are saying it is becoming more and more likely that it is simply going to go through in Congress. People believe that this is going to happen, and we are hearing from Mr. Fishback over and over. It is getting more and more support, and he is saying that it is going to be coming soon. So I've been keeping you up to date on this. You can see this March 19th. He has been saying that there is exciting news on the way. There is massive support in the Senate, Republicans and Democrats on board. Even if Democrats were to try to block it and didn't get the support, well, they're saying that the Republicans want to pass it in the reconciliation bill through the process of reconciliation, which would essentially be a majority vote, and they hold the majority in all the Senate and in the House, so they could do it on their own. So they're saying probably won't need an executive action from the president, probably will make it through Congress on its own through reconciliation. Or even if it was a standalone, we're hearing there is bipartisan support, Republicans and Democrats both saying, for the most part, they think that this would be helpful and good. Now, there are those that aren't on board necessarily. We heard from Speaker of the House Mike Johnson, who said that he thinks we should be conservative in our spending and take the money and use it to pay down the debt. However, there are those that are saying, no, it's only 20% of the clawbacks. It's the people's money. Give it back to the people. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, again, who qualifies for this? I've got into detail for you on this, and that is anybody that's working, you get a check. Even if you're not working and you go back to work, you get a check, and they're going to call it the Doge signing bonus. Or if you're not working, but you collect Social Security and you've paid into Social Security and into the system your entire life, Social Security is included. Veterans Affairs is included. Also, if you're an illegal immigrant that's entered the United States, you are not included. Now, a lot of people have asked me about SSI and SSDI. Will I be included? What if I'm on disability and I don't work, but I normally collected retirement, I collect disability. For all of those specifics about SSI and SSDI, I don't yet have any information for you. Now, I believe you're included. When I spoke to Mr. Fishback myself with him directly, he had said Social Security. But what about SSI, SSDI, survivors, all the details of these various programs that collect from the Social Security Administration? I'm going to tell you, I don't have that information right now. But once it comes out, I will be sure to report it to you right away, because I know that has been one of the top questions. People are asking for the details regarding SSI and SSDI, and are they included in a DOGE dividend refund check? My thought is yes, from my conversation with Mr. Fishback, but I do not know, and I don't want to say yes or no until I have all the information. I can put it on the screen, cite it for you, and let you know for certain. So, like I said, if I've got information, I will share it. But if I don't want to say anything until I know for certain. So I know that's not the answer that people want to hear, but as soon as I confirm the information, I will let you know here on the channel, put it on the screen, read right from it, and let you know the latest. And again, if you appreciate that, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to stay up to date, so that way as soon as it comes out, I will let you know. As we are hearing, legislation will be coming out here officially very soon. But that is the latest, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I will keep you up to date as more comes out on this, as there's a lot coming out with DOGE dividend, refund checks, the clawbacks, Social Security, and all the things that are taking place right now. I will keep you up to speed as more comes out. But I hope that you enjoy your Saturday. Thank you so much for joining me. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, you guys. God bless. This is